Yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Top of the sauce. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. This is the Sauce Talk. You know the vibes, man. This is part two of a intriguing story, to say the least, that I started to cover yesterday. This incident took place on Wednesday morning in a Texas high school. Yes, now I got great reviews on the coverage. Now, as you see, more details are coming out about what actually took place on Wednesday. On the coverage. Now, as you see, I say that to say this, right? I'm going to share this with a whole bunch of groups, even though it's not boxing business. I feel the need for this to get national exposure. So I'm going to do my part. Right? I'm going to do my part. Because this needs to get talked about. People really need to make sure that the right thing is done in this situation. Now, here you have a kid. Now that more details are coming out, was being bullied, harassed, beaten up, robbed. Many times when you see young men and young women being bullied physically, mentally, the situation oftentimes ends in a suicide, ends in the child harming themselves. But in this situation, we've seen the latter come to fruition. Now, I pose the question, who is really to blame in this situation? As more details are coming out, the family went to the school and went to the police. Nothing was ever done. Granted, he took the law into his own hand. He held court himself. Now he is being charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's out on $75,000 bond, on house arrest with a monitor. But could have all of this been avoided if the schools, if the police department took his reports more serious and did their job? That's why I deem it necessary for this story to really get national exposure. We just can't let this get swept underneath the rug. Because just like I just stated a little while ago, had he murdered himself, committed suicide, yes, you heard what I just said, murdered himself, committed suicide, this would have just been another sad story of a kid being bullied that couldn't take it no more, that killed himself. But the latter, in this case, happened. He got arms and came to school got into an altercation that same day with the alleged bullies, and he fought back. So I'm going to continue to pose the question. This is part two. Who's to blame? The 18-year-old, the school system, the police system? You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. This is the source. This is the source. You know the vibes, man. We have got to pose the question. Yes, we got to really pose that question. And I'm just doing my part as a media personality. This really needs more national attention because many times you can do the research yourself. I could close out of this one and open up a one of people committing suicide from being bullied. Teens that committed suicide from being bullied. I'm gonna pull something up right now for y'all. I got a little time, man. See, I woke up nice and early. Got up nice and early, right? Just to do a little work, man. You know, we work around the clock around here. We definitely work around the clock around here, man. Let me give y'all that pure substance. Okay, here we go. Look, I pulled this up. Hold on. I pulled it up. Hold on. Here we go, right here. Look. Let's close out of this one, right? Let's close out of this one. Bang. We're going to close out of this one, right? See, we are working, man. This is the source. You're rocking up yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the source, man. So let's pull this up, man. Let's pull this up right here. See, this is a list of suicides attributed to being bullied from look how it started in 1865. 1877, William Arthur Gibbs, at the age of 12, man, 12 years old, committed suicide in 1877. 1997, age 13, Kelly, an English schoolgirl from suburbs of Allentown, harassment, taunting, committed suicide. Jared High, 1998, age 13. Multiple students who died from suicide. These are all a list of students that were being bullied that took their own life. April. Hamed, look, 2000. Dawn Marie, 14 years old. Nicole Ann, 15. Ryan, 2003, 13. Jeff, 2005, 16. Desiree, 2006, 16. Brody, age 19, 2006. Jessica, age 18. This is all young men and women who committed suicide after being bullied, such as the case with Timothy George Simpkins, 18-year-old from Texas, that went to the school and allegedly armed himself with a .45 caliber weapon and let it go on these bullies that was bullying him. But look at this list. Look how long this list is, man. These is all young men and women. You see the ages range, man. As young as 11 all the way up to 19. So this is a long list. A long list. Look, 10 years old, man. A long list, right? Now, we're not justifying what the young man did, but you see how long that list is. That list is longer than 3. 3 people subsequently were injured as an effect of bullying, what they did to him. But look how long that list is of people that was in his situation that were being bullied that committed suicide. So I'll pose the question once again. Is the system failing to protect young men, young women, kids that are being bullied? That's the deeper root that we need to tap in on and check. This is part 2 of the series, man. Yesterday I did my whole podcast. Episode 224 was based upon this. And I got such great reviews about my work that I deemed it necessary to continue it on part 2 this morning. This morning, you know? It is 6:30, 6:28, but I deemed it necessary to continue the flow. Now, when you guys wake up, because most of y'all are probably asleep, y'all are not early risers, definitely, man, if you never shared, if you never retweeted, because this is on Twitter now, any of my work, whether it be boxing, basketball, football, anything, please, I urge you to retweet this, because this is something that really needs the spotlight on it. We need more people discussing this, because we don't need this to get swept under the rug, man. And we don't need the justice system to look over this as another isolated school shooting, because, like I said yesterday, when I seen that he was a African American kid, I'm like, yo, this doesn't fit like how the FBI would say. This doesn't fit our profile. When you look at mass school shootings over the years, there has really never been too many African American kids just to go into the school and just shoot up random people. So that was the first flag for me. When I seen that, you hear my alarm going on. It's time. So I'm gonna wrap this up shortly. But that never was like on our jacket as a coach, as a people, to just randomly go into a school and just shoot up innocent people. So that was like the first flag for me. That made me want to, dive into this to see what was really the motives behind this. And then as I started doing my journalistic underground media Showtime Shot News research, I seen And I was moved spiritually, physically, and mentally to do a podcast on this. And now you see I am doing part two. I say that to say this. Please, I urge all the people, I share this in my media group on Facebook. I wish others would do cover pieces on this. This needs to be talked about, you know, because at the end of the day, he was being bullied. His family did. They took all the right steps. They reported it. They were crying out for help. No help never came. Now 3 people have been wounded from gun-afflicted harm because this young man took matters into his own hand to defend himself. But what if he did the latter and killed himself, committed suicide? I just showed you a list starting from 1877 all the way up to the present time of 2021 of young men, women, kids from ages 10 to 19 that have committed suicide from being bullied. It's time that we take a stance and look at the system that has been failing forever, ever. You know the vibes, man. You're rocking off the source. Everybody be great. Never put a limitation on what you can do and can accomplish. And always remember, you are a winner, no matter what.
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you. All you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind. You pull that off and guess what? They gonna, oh, he a born winner. He did.